Yeah. Sound. Heather Hopper. There's Debra.
Is there not a sound bar thing?
Yeah, there is.
Let's check the sound bar.
Settings. Bingo. Somebody said bingo.
Okay. Sweet.
Testing. Yeah, it's going up. I didn't have it on the right setting.
Testing 1, 2.
All right, and we have another guest to add to the stream here. Here we go. Anthony from Country Road Cure.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Can we hear you?
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. There we go.
All right.
That's cool. And Micah was logged in a couple minutes ago. He was having audio problems, but Micah will be coming in. And here we go. We're putting the gang back together.
Hey.
What's up, Brett?
Hey.
Fred from Tiny Farm Nuggets. Yes. So I don't know. I just kind of had this idea. I called up Brett. I'm like, Brett, what are you doing at 9 o'clock? He's like, I don't know. Our computer doesn't work, but we'll get it going. And there's Debra. So then I called Drew, and Drew's like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Then I called Anthony, and Brett got in touch with Micah, too. Hopefully he can log on here. So,
Nice.
yeah, we all got together Thursday to process 35 chickens. And it was a day. And I'm sure we can talk about that for an hour.
Yeah, that was definitely a day. It was a new day.
Massive chicken joking.
Yes, it was. Credit due to Tiny Farm Nuggets and Micah for the pluckers and the equipment and the know-how. Yeah.
I had to jump on the website. I couldn't see the comments. Hello, everybody.
Anthony, if you don't mind me asking, what was the general response from your video? I seen it kind of early, but I didn't go back and check later.
Let me go see. Because I honestly haven't really looked at it too much. Because I figured there'd be a bunch of haters.
And chicken processing videos can be a little touchy out there in the world, but it is what it is.
Oh, he did a great job.
I say it shouldn't be touchy.
No.
In my opinion.
No.
Let me see. I'll give you like the general consensus. I won't read nothing, but
Bubble was great.
Oh, there's Micah.
Yeah,
all right.
Micah's in the house. What's up, man?
Hey,
Hey, Micah.
how's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, so it's because I didn't have the latest version of Chrome.
Ah,
It works.
you're here now. Thank you for helping out on Thursday. And I've got
Oh, yes, that's mine.
Yep. You know where it's at now. I got it.
all right.
Gotta keep those knives sharp.
Yes.
Yes.
Sharp.
No, it was. Hey, Drew. It was the general consensus was pretty good. I mean, there's those couple,
That's good.
but for like I'd say a good 95%
Did you freeze?
was good.
That's good.
Are you talking about the content or the actual butchering?
The content, people, the comments, pretty much, right? You can get some real haters sometimes.
Yeah.
If you go like on other videos for that kind of stuff, I mean, there'll be all kinds of bad comments. So, but it's still early. There's a lot of time for that, so it's all right.
Now, I was going through your comments, and there were a lot of people that you were bringing up childhood memories of them doing on their grandparents' farm or with their parents, and the days before the pluckers and the stuff we have now. So there was a lot of great comments, nostalgic. That's always good to see.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I saw a Rourke said, who has cooked the fresh chicken? We have one in the crock pot right now, and we did sample it before we left, but we haven't completely dove in yet. But it was good.
We're still waiting. Like I think we just put them in the freezer today. Yeah, they've been in the fridge for like 48 hours. Roxanne said she read that somewhere that you should do like an ice bath or something for like 48 hours. So we just threw them in the fridge.
Yeah, the first time we ate our own processed chicken, we noticed a difference. The first time we just processed it and ate it that same night. It was very tough. Not to say they're going to be the same as store-bought chickens. And then we read that about letting them just rest in the cool environment, whether you do an ice bath or not, in the refrigerator. And then it was noticeably different.
Interesting.
Was there any difference with them being roosters and not hens? Does that make them any tougher?
I'm not sure.
I mean, you would think it's just how much, I guess, running around they do, how tough they get, you know. That's what I would assume. Like a
There's
rooster,
probably a
hen, I don't think it would matter.
There's probably a difference, but whether it's noticeable.
What about you, Hefe? Have you eaten hens instead of your roosters before? Noticed any difference or anything?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I've never processed any of my hens. But yeah, there's always the first time we'll have to try it out someday.
Oh yeah.
We've got a meat hen over here.
There we go. Yeah. I mean, I've had meat hens, the Cornish cross hybrids. Everybody's had those in the grocery stores. But
Never
not
said
one of
it's
our,
different from
not one of
regular
ours.
hens, so.
Because the hens lay eggs, they're valuable.
This one doesn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
Meat hen, it's weird.
those hybrids were bred for meat, not for eggs. So they do
Yeah.
not. Yeah. All right, let's. We start off the day, and my spigot was frozen.
My
That
head's
was
bigger than everyone. I gotta move back.
yeah. Brett's got a big head, but my spigot was frozen, so we didn't get started in a timely manner. But Micah and your two boys put together while we were waiting. They put together a fire pit. That turned out awesome for the day.
Yeah, that
So
was
we
a
had-
good idea.
We had some snags right off the bat, but then once we got going, you guys got going.
Hey, Wyatt.
He can't hear you guys.
See,
But no, having the fire pit, that's really good, man. That saved our toes quite a few times
Yeah.
walking around by far, you know. I seen Lindsay in the back freezing. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go stand here by the fire, hang out over here."
I got an inside job for a little while.
Yeah.
yeah, until my wood stove went out. You got to keep feeding that beast.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
old is
mine
that
is-
wood stove?
We were talking about that. How old's the wood stove?
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
He's wanting an antique one.
Yeah, I know. You can buy a brand new one of these, same brand and everything for $500-600. So I don't think this one's antique.
I think they call those potbelly stoves.
Yeah, it's a Vogelzang potbelly stove. They still make them.
And it feels great.
It does.
I almost bought one. a couple weeks ago, but we didn't have the money. But yeah, I think
Yeah, here in Arkansas, they still let us do that.
We're still allowed to burn wood in our own houses.
Yeah.
I know,
So,
isn't that
Micah,
crazy?
you're kind of new to our channel. Give us a little. How long have you been in Arkansas? Where'd you come from?
So I actually just moved to Arkansas at the beginning of October.
Wow.
We came all the way over from the West Coast in Oregon. So it's definitely a bit different out here. This is more of where we've aspired to be, and the kind of things we've aspired to do for quite a while now. I mean, we've done, processing all sorts of birds, ducks, turkeys, chickens. I feed rabbits to my dog, and guinea fowl. Guinea fowl is really tasty. If you guys ever get the chance to grow some guineas, we had them on the smoker. They were amazing.
Mm.
So just keep them in mind. They're not just for making loud, obnoxious noises all day long.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
big
they
do
kick
those-
off
how big do they
snakes and
get?
they eat ticks and
About the size of chickens.
Yeah. So you brought a lot of experience with you to Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize when I showed up on Thursday that I was the person that was supposed to be doing the lead there. Brett tricked me, I guess. Okay. I'm just glad it brought me up.
Well, we really appreciate it. And I know Anthony, that was his first time going through a day like that. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
that
I
was
was a teen, I worked at a meat shop too. So we didn't process live animals, but then hunting and doing other things like that. I've never had the chance to harvest like a full-size cow or anything, but my brother-in-law has. And then we have some close friends that do back in Oregon that do full-size like processing of cows and elk and pretty much anything that you can get your hands on.
Yeah, Sullivan does that. Sullivan does that. We got to get together with Sullivan sometime. The guy who was running the backhoe, Drew.
Yeah.
Who's going to get some deer this year?
We saw some today.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of Lindsay's deer camp. They had quite a few of them hanging up. Yeah, I need to go hunt, but it's just hard to get out in the woods and freeze. But I'm gonna make myself do it.
Busy, man. When you got a homestead, you're busy. It's hard to. You just have to keep a gun in the back of the truck, so if you see them running, you can hop out and go do something about it.
Oh, we have a truck still.
Or have a responsive gas pedal.
Yeah, we're growing St. Croix sheep right now for eating, so we'll have to get together and make some videos when we butcher them. We're gonna do a couple of Passover lambs because we observe the Passover, and so it's a good time. It's a fun feast and good food.
You guys do them with mint sauce?
I haven't, but I'm sure that my wife will look up lots of tasty recipes and whatnot to try.
I love lamb with mint sauce. It's so good. It's so good. I think it's the whole cliche of the mint sauce, I don't know what it is about it. It's just tasty.
We have some friends in Oregon that their daughter was milking their sheep, and everybody's like, "Why would you milk a sheep?" She's like, "I don't know, because I could."
Why not?
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I tried to milk the cat. It just doesn't work.
There is a breed of sheep that is a little better for milk. I think it's Dorper sheep.
Yeah, that's what they were.
Yeah.
They're Dorpers.
They're not going to produce like a cow or anything, but if it's extra milk if you need it for whatever.
Yeah, in October we were up north at a friend's house, and they had a cow that they were milking, but at the time they didn't need any milk, so they're just milking it and throwing the milk out, and we're like, we'll take it. So we got that week we got like 2.5 gallons of milk that Jacob he milked the cow himself. It was his first time milking a cow, but he figured it out.
That'll work. Papa Pepper has Jacob's horn.
Yes, we want to get some Jacob sheep, but they're a wool sheep, and we don't want to deal with having to shear right now. The St. Croix are a hair sheep, and so we don't have to deal with wool.
Right.
Yeah, I think Sullivan has those.
I've never had sheep. Not even when I was a kid. It'd be cool though. But shearing them, like you're saying, man, the amount of work, I can only imagine.
And that's why people do hair sheep, because I do want to get some Jacob sheep because I think they'd be awesome, but really for the amusement value of it only.
Yeah.
I want an emu for the amusement value.
An emu.
Get some fainting goats.
No, I'm not a fan of goats.
I've always wanted to eat ostrich egg.
Oh yeah, that'd be so awesome.
I've always wanted to. So that's on my list there. of
I
things.
wonder where you can get them around here. I'm sure you can somewhere. Like there's
Has
got to
anybody
be an
had-
ostrich farm somewhere around here.
Has anybody had goose eggs in this group?
I
They're
didn't
good.
know.
Only 2.
They're good. We had geese, and I was surprised at how many eggs we had 5 hens, I think, and we got probably 10 eggs a hen during the laying season because they're seasonal layers. And we wanted to hatch some, but I pretty much hoarded them for eating because they were delicious. They're very very creamy, and I like to cook them over easy so that way the middle is nice and runny still.
So an ostrich egg, though, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that would feed like a family of 4 or 5. One egg. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd feed my whole family with 1 egg.
Yeah, they're massive. I've seen on YouTube people like doing ostrich egg omelets and stuff, and it's like this giant omelet, you know. And I'm like, man, dude, I wonder if it tastes a lot different.
Surely.
Like
Would
if
you
the
ever
yolk's like
do-
more thick or anything, you know.
Would you ever do one over easy? I mean, it's probably got a huge yolk.
It'd
I
be
don't know
hard.
about over easy.
Yeah, you gotta get.
Oh yeah, I'll take my ostrich egg sunny side up, please. It's like, I don't know.
Anthony, what other animals do you have in your dreams?
Well, hopefully this spring, Roxanne and myself will be getting some rabbits. Is the next one we're gonna be getting. I know that Roxanne wants pigs, but that's not until way down the line because I got to clear some space and get a cleared space away from the house when we get those. And I just like the small stuff, man. Like rabbits, chickens, and goats is what I want. If we never do pigs, I'm good with that. I do not want cattle. I have the land for it, but it's not cleared, and I don't have the time for it personally right now. Maybe in 5 years down the road, it might change. I don't know.
Maybe a Dexter. Yeah. Dexter
You know.
cows or-
Well, maybe like if we got like 1, maybe 2. I mean, that might work, but I don't know. That was the cattle. Cattle was never like in the thought process moving out here for us. It was more
I
just
just want milk
small
cow.
animals. Milk cow would be nice.
Yeah, milk cow would be nice. We made our own butter when Jacob milked that cow by just putting it in a canning jar and shaking it until it became butter, and it worked.
Oh yeah.
My wife
See-
said in the comments here that she said we will get Jacob sheep.
Can't you do the same? Isn't there a
You know a
goat
guy-
where their milk has like a super high
Off of
fat
pepper.
content?
For what?
Like, isn't there? What's the breed of goat where they have a really high fat content in the milk?
I'm not sure. We've been looking into goats. We want to put goats on our homestead too, just to clear brush. But there's a goat for meat and a goat for milk and a goat for eating
Yeah.
and a goat for carrying and a goat for all that kind of stuff.
Goats
love
are getting
goats.
loose and running around the neighborhood.
Goat meat is so good. When I was in Afghanistan, that's like all we ate was goat meat, and I never had it until I went there, like all the time, and it is phenomenal. You can cook it so many different ways, and if it's cooked good, it's all tender and juicy. It's like eating beef, but not beef. I don't know, it's weird. I love it.
When I was in Iraq,
Goat
the
while I
pizza
had
we
it.
had, I'm pretty certain the pizza didn't have regular pepperonis on it. I'm like, this has to be goat or something else because it was different.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Dude, Iraq did the same thing. Over in Afghan, it was all kebabs and like, skewers and lamb chops, but it was goats, and a lot of that with
That's
like
the meat they
beans and
use.
rice.
That's the meat they use in gyros.
Yeah. Well, I think, isn't that lamb in gyros?
I'm pretty sure
Gyros, I always call it. Gyros.
goat is the number one most eaten meat in the world is goat.
Yep.
We ran over some donkeys and turtles. I mean, Not on purpose,
Called
just 'cause you
Drew.
can't see at night.
Yeah, right. I didn't know you were over in Iraq, Micah. That's cool, man. I didn't know you were a soldier. I had no clue, bro. I had
It's
no
okay.
clue. Me and you would have been talking. What were you in the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force? What?
I was in the Army.
Okay. All right, bro. All right.
I
You're
was
all
a
right,
gun
my
bunny.
buddy. You were what?
I was a gun bunny.
Oh, gun
Artillery.
bunny. Yeah, yeah. You kept everything safe from when I had to go out somewhere.
A Marine friend of mine is like, yeah, you're the queen of battle, right? I'm like, no, artillery is the king of battle. Infantry is the queen of battle. He's like,
Hey,
no.
I was literally just about to say I was an 11 Bravo, so I want to hear no crap.
Both Bravo. We're both Bravos. That's all that counts, right?
That's right.
13 Bravos, 11 Bravos. It's all the same.
Well, 11 Bravo. I'm just kidding, man. That's
don't
cool though.
compare.
I had no clue about that, Michael, man. That's even more like I had respect already. I did. I did. Me and you were shooting the breeze, but especially because you're Army, bro. I thought you were gonna say like Marines or something. And I was gonna give all kinds of jokes next time I seen you.
No, I don't. I don't eat crayons.
Yeah, now we stick together, bro. I'm telling you, love it.
I don't eat crayons.
Dude, that's what Marines do, man. They put them in the MREs over there for them. I'm telling you. A little snack on the trail. No offense to all you Marines in the chat, if there's any of you guys. We all love to make fun of each other. At least our paychecks don't say Department of the Navy, so that's all.
That's right.
My dad was Marine. He had some things to say about Army and Navy.
Yeah.
O'Rourke's was asking if I was awake, but it's because I'm squinting to see this chat over there all the way on just.
Yeah.
You always look half asleep.
I don't know if I can put it up there, but then we're all going to be looking.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I can see it plenty well. Oh, yeah. Does it look like we're looking up? Yeah, Jeff's definitely looking up now.
So I want to answer some questions in this chat. Come on, Jeff. Let's get this chat going.
All right,
This is
all
your
right.
live, bro.
Yeah, chicken processing day Thursday. So we got started late because my spigot froze, which it hadn't frozen on those cold nights, but it did. Then we had to heat up the water and get that going, and we did a few test chickens, and ran into some.
We
Yeah,
made dog
Country,
food.
you edited that out. That was probably a good thing that you edited that out. For everyone who's watching and did watch, we had the bad thermometer, and the water was about 60 degrees too hot. So when we were trying to scold them, they were basically cooking the flesh, and then they were just tearing apart in the plucker.
Yeah.
So we didn't show all those, but they I'm going to turn those into dog food. We're not getting rid of any good meat, but the dogs will eat it.
Yeah, we had a couple casualties.
Well, I wanted to make sure they seen how the
right,
pluckers
yeah.
actually worked, right? I didn't want to turn anybody off of getting a plucker because once we figured out how it worked, I was like, man, this thing is amazing, Because if I would have seen a video like that, I was like, man, I put in a chicken in that thing. Look what it did to it.
Right.
I ain't doing that.
Well, and we learned a lesson that we'll remember in the future, and that was luckily I have one of these like turkey thermometer things. It's got this nice clip, and so you can clip it right onto the side and get the temperature. So
That's
instead of one of those digital handheld thermometers, use a real one. This will save you some dog food.
Yeah.
And whoever gifted this to me, thank you. It came in so useful on Thursday.
Micah, I was curious, did you get your power steering pump stuff squared away, or?
I haven't had a chance to work on it yet. I don't do work on Saturdays, so I'll work on it eventually. But thanks for those parts, man.
I understand for sure.
Awesome.
I don't do
What
parts on anything.
vehicle does he have?
It was for
I wasn't paying
excursion or something. For excursion.
Yeah, I've been fighting with that's part of the system for a while. I had to replace the power steering box, and then the brake booster, and now the power steering pump. So it's high miles. I bought it at almost 300,000 miles with it already on it, but the engine itself still running good. So
It's good.
I'm talking about that truck of yours, not that truck.
no, that's a Dodge. I also have
Yeah.
a Ford.
Okay.
I don't claim to any car brand. I could really care less. I figured they work.
I saw Patty White. She said, "Is there a video out on that? What channel?" Yeah, if you're talking about the harvesting, it's on Country Road Curie. Put out a great video, showing the whole process. And I did a really good job. So definitely go check it out.
I mean, it's like any video. It's edited to to show what I wanted to show. Nothing's hidden, just so you guys know. It's just more of a trying to be somewhat educational, but we were so busy trying to learn at the same time. It was really hard to film when I wanted to film certain things. But I think it came out good. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it.
I think it's good. Yeah.
You. Oh, sorry. But yeah, here's processing chickens, first time, do it yourself on Country Road Cure. There we go. Yeah, you were thank you for documenting the day and filming it. That was, I think people will be watching that down the road also. That's more than just a one-time thing.
Yeah, it was very informational, and he didn't show anything real graphic. The graphic stuff's not really on there. So it's not anything disgusting or anything. It's just harvesting animals, and this is what we've done forever and ever, and will forever and ever. So,
and I did, just so you guys know, I did put circle blurs, like where they should go. So it's not graphic like that bad, because I know everybody's level of like I can see anything. I have no problems with it. Seen a lot of it already in my life, but some people can't even look at a hangnail. So everybody's different. So that's why I put the little blurs on there for some people. Just so it's not that bad. But I also had to put a warning on it and all kinds of stuff. It's craziness. Craziness is all I gotta say.
Yeah, we've got some commenters here that they remember hand plucking and dipping them and plucking them by hand. Luckily, I know 2 people now who have pluckers.
Yep. It's like when you find a buddy with a trailer.
Hey, soon gonna be 3 now, Jeff, too, because I'm gonna buy one too. I'm gonna buy one like Micah's, that yard bird. That's one I was already looking at before, and he showed up with it, and I was like, oh, thank God he's got the same one I was already looking at. Now I can really see if it works good, and it worked great.
Yeah, I remember when we were getting those first birds going and it wasn't doing too hot because of something we were doing wrong, obviously. Yeah. I was like, man, it said on the side of the box it'll pluck a bird in 15 seconds. I'm skeptical. But by the end, I mean, you were saying, it took about 12 seconds to pluck that bird.
Yeah, it was quick. I couldn't believe it, man. I mean, once we got the water correctly, the temperature and the timing, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It came out so good, and I don't know. I couldn't imagine having to do it by hand after seeing the plucker in action.
Yeah, the temperature and the amount of time that you dip the chicken really is important. That's one takeaway for people.
And then I would say, because I've done waterfowl before, just there's different methods. You can look it up. There's some people that use actual Dawn dish soap, but waterfowl are waterproof generically. So you have to have a way to penetrate the layer of waterproof feathers down to the skin for it to get hot enough for the pores to open up and let the feathers go. And what I did personally, because I didn't really want a bunch of soap all inside and all over the bird and whatnot, is I just took something to ruffle the feathers as we were soaking them. And it worked pretty much the same as with the chickens as far as how long it was in the water and you could be plucking them. And Ducks. They have a lot of really tasty fat on them that you can cook with and everything, and they're good.
Yeah,
duck
Denise says
fat.
all Pluckers are a bit different. And yeah, I've seen, who was it? When we did it with Papa Pepper, we put 2 chickens in the Plucker at a time. And that seemed to work better for that Plucker. And Lindsay just mentioned getting the feet off before you pluck them seemed to help it do a better job. So,
Yeah, because when they first started going around, I remember all of us looking at it, we're like, man, it keeps getting stuck.
Yeah.
And I was watching, and the feet were just like stuck on the side of the Plucker. And so maybe with both feet off, and you put 2 birds or even 3, it would work really good in that thing too.
We were just hesitant because the first ones weren't working out well. I think it would have worked better with more than 1 bird once we got the no feet and the timing down. Because the directions do say 2 to 3 birds are needed.
yeah.
Well,
Was that
there's
your
always going to be next time.
Yep.
Thank you.
I will have forgotten.
I owe you all some chicken
Just so
dinner.
you know.
Yeah, we've used Brett's Plucker before.
Yeah, we used it successfully last year with that remote heater thing.
So Jeff, you've done stuff with Papa Pepper?
Yes. I have not been to his place, but he's been down here, 4 or 5 times now. So he's cool.
Papa Pepper is a blessing to all of us down here.
Yes.
We really need to go up. We've been talking about it for a long time about getting up there and seeing them and
helping him with a project.
Yeah.
He's come down and helped me. He planted a food forest, and then I bought a new property. So he came down and helped me move the food forest to the new property. Helped me, did all the drywall and stuff. I had to shed the house before I moved here, and he came down for several days for that. And we traded some chickens and.
Yeah, we bought. Do you guys know the American Homestead?
Yeah, they were the first channel I subscribed to on YouTube. I've been a fan of theirs forever.
We bought. That's where we got our sheep from Zach.
Oh, cool. And they have that was Dorper or Katahdin?
St. Croix.
St. Croix. Oh yeah.
They're more pest resistant than the others, and so we don't like to shove a bunch of chemicals down our animals. So we look for animals that can keep themselves alive. Unfortunately, we have horses here too, and horses are like toddlers. Apparently, if you turn your back on them for a sec, they try and kill themselves. They're so specific as far as things you can and can't have in their pens and all that stuff.
a quilting mama, she said, do any of you use the feet? And I know Micah did take some of the feet home. Did your wife do anything with that, or?
They're in the freezer right now. The hope is to not be too lazy and get them processed. They're harder to skin, but yeah, we use the feet for soup. They'll make really good broth, and then that makes soup really, really tasty.
Should just fry them up, man. Start chew on the pads, bro.
When we get too lazy to process them, they become dog treats. My dog loves to chew on chicken feet, and my kids like to play with them.
I know. I've seen that.
Stay away from my feet.
You ain't no chicken.
Yeah, my middle son was playing with them. I'm surprised you didn't get any footage of him playing with the bird feet when he was there. But,
hey, they were great helpers.
Yeah,
they were great helpers. It reminds me of some of Papa Pepper's young ones. Just getting in there and not afraid, and probably knew more about it than I did, and that is always encouraging to see with young folks.
It is.
Somebody asked how many chickens that we did, and we did 35 total chickens.
Yeah.
It was a ways back.
Okay. I've got my chicken pot pie shirt on. It's a chicken in a pot.
I like that. I like that.
Life is good.
Jeff.
This was the
Where
gift.
did we get that shirt, Jeff?
I love
like that shirt.
That isn't no. That's a great shirt, dude. That's so funny.
Where do we get it, Jeff?
Life is good. I think that's the brand that sells them. I don't know. Yeah, Kendra E got to spend 10 days at an American Homestead.
That's my wife. That's
Oh,
us.
there we go.
That's
Hi,
us.
Kendra. Nice to meet you.
She brought me a water just a minute
Hi,
ago, and I
Kendra.
was trying to get her to come on the camera, and she just shook her head no.
All right.
That's my youngest daughter there. It's an older picture in her arms there. Her and my middle son are the ones that love, or my youngest son that love playing with the chicken feed after we're processing them.
Go get your jacket. Or your blanket.
I know there was a little bit of them in the background, like do with the feet when you were talking to Roxanne, like when she was processing a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, they're having fun. That's cool.
Yeah, we got a bunch of footage, but Deborah's working it. We had to go get another hard drive, so ours will be a little delayed. And it ain't gonna be as good as other stuff.
Logan was taking the spurs off of their legs. I don't know. Did you get that on camera? Removing the spurs?
No, I didn't do it. I only seen you do it once, and I think I was, I think I had the camera set up with Roxanne getting down at that time. But that's a really good like trick. Not even a trick, like knowledge to tell people. You know, like I was amazed by that. That was really cool.
Because they'll get too big and they'll start hurting your hens, like because you need a couple of roosters. I always like to keep the biggest rooster for hen protection, but when they get too big, they'll start hurting the hens, and so you can just make them smaller with that method of just twisting them off.
Didn't you say
I've
you
seen
could?
that on video. I haven't seen it in real life.
We did it. We did it when we were at your house. Where were you?
I know.
Yeah.
I was doing other things. I've got more roosters coming up, so
They showed me how to do it. I can show you.
there we go.
It's super easy. I had seen it and wanted to do it when we were at Zach's homestead. His dad was like, Tim, his dad was like, hey, I got a couple birds to do if you want to help me, because they're big, needs two people, one to hold them, one to turn them off. So that was the first time I got to try it, and it was surprisingly easy. Just a pair of pliers and twist the spur, and they come right
off with his hand. One of them he just twisted off with his fingers. So.
That was probably because it was from the hot water and stuff.
Oh,
That it's already was, but it's like fingernail. It just starts to separate.
Didn't you say you could file them down too afterwards if you need to when you pull it off? Did you say that?
No, you can't. You could file them before you pull them off. When you pull them off, they're kind of soft, and it's not
You don't want to
something
do that.
file. It needs to rebuild the calcium or the nail like.
I remember you saying something about filing them off, but I couldn't remember if you said afterwards.
Those are
or
different
before.
methods people use. Like sometimes people will try and like file or cut them off, like cut them straight off with a like a file or something, and that just causes the bird to bleed a lot. And then you have to worry about infection, and you have to worry about
that's what you're
packing
saying.
the
I remember
wound and
that.
everything
Yeah.
else. And so
I don't want to do that.
Hey, Roxanne's new wedding ring is a chicken. Somebody said they thought Roxanne lost her wedding ring in a chicken.
Oh. No, she took it off. She got it back.
this is Kendra.
Nice to meet you.
I was like,
Thanks for letting us borrow your husband and 2 kids on Thursday.
absolutely anytime.
Yeah, they were very helpful. They taught me and my wife a lot.
They were bamboozled.
She was the one that talked to Brett, and I was like, "What did you tell Brett?" Because I got there, and they're all like, "Yeah, Micah's going to be in charge," and I'm like, "I'm okay with that, but I just wasn't expecting it."
She signs me up for stuff too all the time.
Well, we were all gonna come, but it was really cold, and we had a
It was.
couple that are like, oh, "It's really cold."
It was cold.
Hey, your kids got a fire going right away, so everybody's nice and toasty. It was awesome.
Very hard workers.
Yeah. Oh, dude, honestly, seriously, you guys, Micah, you guys, like, I was very impressed with your two sons.
Yeah.
Like, on the work ethic, and that's what I'm trying to instill in my son. And he's getting there, but your guys' kids, man, like, there wasn't even a thought. They were, like, getting it right away. So that's all I got to say. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a huge help to, you know, their grandparents and their uncles and stuff. They've really helped with that a lot too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Shows
Like
good
Jeff
parenting
said.
right there, guys, in
Yeah,
my
like
personal
Jeff-
opinion.
Like Jeff said, very encouraging to see that,
Can't hear us.
especially
Oh,
these days.
Lindsay and Drew, say hi.
Hello.
I was gonna say if they won't be able
I heard you in the background, Lindsay. Hi,
Hey,
Wyatt.
what?
I forgot he couldn't hear.
Yeah, he can hear you. Yeah.
See, he wears headphones.
Yeah.
I know some people do.
You can say hi right here, real quick.
Hi, Wyatt.
Hey, what?
Hello.
All right. Relax, bud.
I saw some chats coming. Through saying, "Hey, Wyatt," also. So.
Oh yeah, I'll let him know. He usually comes in our lives towards the end, and everybody, like the whole live, will just
Hi, Wyatt.
hi Wyatt, hi Wyatt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tries to say hi to most people, you know.
You found them.
Hey, Gary Shrod.
It almost brought more just for me to share.
Jacob decided to show up. I have to sit a little higher, but
I'm shorter than you.
There's Jacob. Hey, thanks for all the help on Thursday.
You're welcome.
I'll be using
very
that
modest.
fire pit a lot now too.
Yeah.
yeah, I was afraid he was gonna get that fire going and take all your wood, start building it up.
That's Jacob. Yeah.
We could have some fun cutting some more trees down, though. I'm sure.
Yeah, I do trees too.
We got a big. Jeff's got a big cedar that needs to come down. And
I don't know. I don't know about
No, you're
Depends how big it is, I guess.
It's pretty
Jeff,
big.
Jeff, you're not getting rid of that big one right in the front, are you?
No.
Like by the cabin?
We want the
No.
wood.
One over by the chicken coops. It got hit by lightning,
Okay.
and it's got
okay.
a huge split, like 40 feet,
It's
30
right.
feet.
Like right when you come up the
It was
driveway.
right out your driver door where you park, Anthony.
Okay. That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
it's
a you know
starting to- you can see
because there's that other one right
Yeah,
up
man.
front. If you come up the driveway, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like in front of the cabin, and I thought you meant. And I was
Center of
like,
everything.
yeah, I was like, don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna be sorry. Don't do it. Leave it.
That was in. Did you enter the big wood competition?
The big
with
wood?
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful. I mean, 3 people couldn't wrap their arms around that sheet.
Yeah.
Of tree.
Hey, well, take it over. That when you cut it up, take it over to David's. Man, he's got my sawmill right now over there. Have him make you
Dude,
some
I know.
cedar
We
planking.
know. David has a sawmill. Jess at Tree Haven just got one. Paul, the bearded carpenter, just got one.
Sean and
No. David's got my sawmill.
Oh, he's got yours.
All right? He's got my sawmill. Well,
I have a
mine
handsaw.
and Melanie and Gary's. But go get some planks, man. Some cedar planks would be really good. You make some siding or some signs or something, you know.
I used that handsaw to cut a 2x2 today, and it took forever.
I might have to hit you up for that sawmill. We're looking at building a house. We're trying to figure out what our permanent dwelling is going to be, and we have timber on our land here.
It is
So
permanent.
There we go.
Well, yeah, I'm sure
Make
you've
it
already looked
friend.
into it, Micah, but definitely get one, man. They're kind of pricey, but man, can you imagine the possibilities with having one? We actually got super lucky, and the sawmill that we have that David's using right now, a subscriber gave it to us.
oh wow,
Yeah, they're like, here you go. And they drove it from California to Arkansas to give it to us.
we're looking right now. We're looking for a square baler. Everybody does round bales out here, but for the horses and horse people, we're looking to do square bales. But we have about 100 acres of pasture land for hay, but we need. I didn't realize how expensive square balers were. They're a lot more expensive than round balers. So if you know anybody with a square baler that we could use it from time to time, it'd be good.
I could put I can talk to my buddy Rooster and see if he knows anybody. He's lived here for a long time, and he was the operator.
You know anybody with a square baler?
I do, but I just forget.
Sullivan's got the square baling equipment.
Well, you've got friends now. We'll keep our ears open.
I know someone with a square baler. I just don't want to sign them up yet. So
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, keep, if there's somebody that's getting rid of one or somebody that's got one for rent during the season.
You're all sending my number.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what's nice about this community over here. I mean, you can actually find people to help you out and want to help you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a rarity nowadays, I love it over here for that reason.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I'm not used to it coming from Vegas. You never have that. You don't even talk to your neighbor half the time.
And we're all transplants except Lindsay.
Yeah.
Has it been like this your whole life? People just get together and do stuff?
Yeah.
We came over in June when we thought we were gonna be moving down here, or supposed to move down here, and we were just taken back by how nice everybody was. Like we would, people would be like, "Oh, where are you from?" Or they see your license plate and they're like, "Oh, you're a long way from home," and just super friendly. Not like the whole "we don't take kindly to your kind" around here.
Yeah. You need to go on the other side of them tracks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. If you break down on the side of the road
shock. It was really culture shock.
If you break down on the side of the road here, somebody's gonna stop and help you. And you might be there 10 minutes until someone that doesn't have a kid or something, but usually somebody will stop and ask if you just need a phone or something.
I had that happen. I was on my way to fix a flat tire, so I had my spare tire on, and on the way to get it, the spare tire blew out. And the two guys who were right behind me stopped as I pulled over, and they gave me a ride to the tire shop with the tire. So,
good folks.
Yeah.
It's weird for me.
They weren't originally from around here either.
It's weird for me, Jeff, is like, and I'll feel all guilty about this. I'll drive by, and someone will pass me, and I'll forget to wave to them. And I feel all guilty. Oh, man.
I do that too. Like, why are you waving? Okay, now. Oh,
well, yeah, it's because everybody you'll be driving. They just do just that, right? But you'll see them do it, and you'll notice that, and you don't do it. And I don't know about you guys, but then all of a sudden, that guy waved. And I feel bad. I should have waved, right? And you don't know who that guy is, but like.
Around here, if you've been here forever, if somebody doesn't wave, you're like,
wow.
Yeah, well, that guy was that guy was a jerk. Didn't even wave. It's like it's so backwards, dude, in such a good way. It's so nice.
Notice people smile too, like when you wave at some people, you'll wave at them, and they'll smile, and it's just nice, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here, honey.
So they're asking if you're gonna have a channel, Micah.
Yeah, we're trying to get one set up. We just don't have any videos yet. We don't, but we'll be there soon enough. We'll have a couple of channels that we're posting on. But
good.
Sounds like you'd have content.
Yeah, right. I got to build 2 horse barns out here, and I built a little stable for the sheep, and so I really need to be filming stuff when I'm working, but my work is so sporadic that it's hard.
Yeah.
There was people on that video asking about that for you. On that video, they're asking, does he have a channel? There's multiple comments on that. So
I don't want to send people to a channel without having any content on there. So we'll have to come back when I get some stuff uploaded.
Sweet.
And then we can do more stuff.
All right, you got some fans waiting already, I assure you. And yeah, Karen Baker was already. Yeah, we did 35 chickens. If next time we do it, if we had 35 chickens to do it again, how long do you think that would take?
I think
Half the time.
2
Yeah.
hours. 2 hours
Yeah,
probably.
at least.
If we had everything the same 2 hours, we could have them all done. But you have to add 2 hours for fellowship. Just
Yeah.
talking and so it's gonna take 4 hours, but it won't take 6 or 8 hours like last time.
Yeah, that I don't think people watching knew, but I was me and Brett were there at like 9, and we didn't eat lunch till 3:00.
Yeah.
We had a muffin, which was nice to have the snacks, but we didn't get stopped, and I was neither of my boys luckily needed to stop and say, "When's lunch, Dad?" But because we were working enough that you don't notice when you're working. But we didn't get stopped and actually have lunch till 3:30.
Yeah. And in Jeff's defense, he did offer lunch around 12:30, but we were kind of like
We had just
we'll wait. So
I think I was just getting into a couple birds, and I called you over to say, "Hey, get over here. There's birds piling up."
yeah, they were starting to get cold. Like really, the biggest thing was at first we did a lot of birds, and then we had a lot to process, and they were starting to get cold on us and stuff. So it was better to just do one at a time and get them, But yeah, we got it figured out, and then it went really well.
Yeah, I would say you could have your assembly line of killing the birds and have them sitting, but don't put them through the hot bath and then the plucker until you're pretty much ready to be gutting them, because they could start to harden up just a tiny bit if it's real cold outside, but you put them through the hot bath and the plucker and they're going to soften up again. Yeah. But when they start to harden up for the actual gutting process, it's never fun.
It also didn't help that it was, I don't know what the temperature, 38 degrees or whatever. So everything was cooling off really fast. We didn't even use the water a lot because the water was cooling off the bird right out of the thing. So, we had a couple of things that were holding us up,
I don't think it got up to 38 degrees.
Probably not. Yeah.
We're just warm from working hard.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cold that morning. It was pretty cold.
Yeah, the high that day was low 40s. So
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about subscribing to us. Groovy Eggs, this is Jeff, his channel. Country Road Cure, that's Anthony. Tiny Farm Nuggets is Brett down there in that corner. Micah doesn't have a channel yet, and my channel is Drew's Lands. And some of these guys can start posting those, but just to fill you guys in. You can't subscribe as a group, but you could individually check out the channels. Your channel still says Butt Nuggets, Brett.
I like the name Butt Nuggets. It's just we changed it for the YouTube search kind of thing.
I think I turned my channel on, but there's nothing on it. So plug in my name there and see if it comes up.
Might do it.
Micah the Hebrew, is that your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Have you met any of the Amish around here yet, Micah?
No, I've wanted to, but I haven't.
There aren't any Amish in
Yes, there is.
Mennonites are really cool.
Mennonite. There's
No, I met some Amish in Boonville. I promise you. I was sitting there talking to them and stuff. They didn't really want to talk to me, but I was trying to talk to them.
What were you pointing at?
Oh, I was telling you to take it off.
Well, Arkansas would not allow their horse and buggies on the roads. So they mostly are in Missouri.
I've seen a lot in Colorado.
There's a lot in Illinois. There's a lot in Indiana, Pennsylvania. But they can't take horses on the road in Arkansas.
I would love to meet an Amish family and then ask if I can just go apprentice for like a year,
That'd be awesome.
And be like, yo, whatever you need me to do, show me the way to do it. Oh, this fence needs repairing. Cool. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and really learn the old school ways to do things. Because
Yeah.
those guys,
and
I think, are pros,
Stacy-
man.
Doug and Stacy, that's what he did.
Yeah. Yep. No, he never shows his friends and stuff. He talks about it, but totally, man, I'd be so down for something like that. That's how he learned how to like repair his fence. He had a whole video on it, like he was repairing his fence, the barbed wire, and he said, "Yeah, my buddy, I forget his name, but my Amish friend showed me the right way to do this," and he was showing everybody else. But those old school like ways to do things are getting lost, and I want to learn. I want to know how to
Not
do it.
anymore. I've met, Micah, Papa Pepper. Now you guys, I'm meeting a lot of younger families who are passing that along to their kids. So not all is lost. It was lost to me
yeah.
up.
Well, okay, you're right, Jeff. It was getting lost, and then now people are getting more interested in it on like this type of lifestyle, living out in the country, growing your own food, processing your own food, different things, right? So there's more. I guess there's more information about it on a local sense. You just got to meet the right people, I guess.
A lot of people like that on YouTube, and we're seeing.
Oh yeah.
I was watching an American Homestead. They were one of the most popular homesteading related channels, 7-8 years ago. And because of them paving the way and showing there's an audience for that, I've seen so many more homesteading related channels, get more popular on YouTube. So yeah, just look at in this area how many people have moved here and are joining the lifestyle. It's encouraging. It's a white pill.
A white pill. Yeah. I had to move out of the city for Wyatt, man. I could not think about raising him in Las Vegas.
I couldn't imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man. I mean, and you've been there, Drew. You know what I'm talking about exactly. I was like, dude, I cannot have him grow up here. I can't do it. It's too Las Vegas.
Yeah, I really
You know
got a
what I'm
rush out of seeing new people discovering that that's what they want to do. Get out of the city, get to the country. Yeah, going through that with another channel right now and watching his journey. It's really exciting to see that. You're just really pulling for the people,
And it's really like, honestly, like obviously depending on where you're at, it's going to be harder to do. But I mean, we moved across the entire country. I moved to the property I live in now, and I never even seen it. Like never been here, quit my job, moved across the country.
We did that, man.
Exactly, right? And so you have faith, and you're like, okay, it's gonna be good. Please let it be good. Please let it be good. Because I gave up everything to do it. But I mean, people go on vacation to the mountains and go camping for a week in Yosemite, and like the dream is very within everybody's grasp. I think it's more of like a willpower and taking the leap of faith to do it. If that makes sense.
Bring it.
It's scary to do it, right? If
We
you just
did.
do it.
We did lots of praying over it, and we just decided that we were feeling like we should go, and we took the leap of faith, and we got here, and now we're here. We never want to leave.
What was the name of my plucker again? I can't remember.
It was a Yardbird.
Yardbird. Okay, some people in the comments were asking.
Yeah, Yardbird.
The thing about it though is that one has a sprayer. You hook the hose to it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But we had the sprayer off most of the time. I guess it's just a trial.
I think we could have left the sprayer on. We were just after messing up this first couple birds.
Yeah.
I think that was just us being timid after messing up a little bit with putting one bird in and not running the sprayer. Because I've watched other videos where they leave it uses a lot of water.
Yeah, once the birds heated
they leave
up
the
and the
sprayer
feathers,
running.
Yeah, once the feathers are loose, I don't guess the water is cooling off the outside skin into the matter.
But another thing is, maybe not in that cold of weather though. You know, Brett
Yeah.
is Brett muffled to you guys or is it just me?
There's a lot of factors.
That's his voice.
Yeah, he sounds okay to me.
Okay.
I sound like the chef on the Muppets.
Okay, I was making sure. Jeff just stepped in there because they have a bunch of leftover food and Lindsay started snacking, so Jeff went to help her. I'm kind of jealous, but I'm gonna stay here with y'all.
You don't leave a blank spot.
Yeah, it said we sold our 4,000 square foot home and bought 30 acres and a mobile home. Now we are building our homestead. That's awesome.
Heck yeah, Pret for eternity. That's what I'm talking about.
That's awesome.
Dude, seriously.
It's
It's back like what I was saying. There's so many people, they go on vacation to the woods or they think, oh, I want to go live simple. I want to downsize. But then they never do it. And it's within your grasp to do it, guys. Like it's right there. And if that means you have to move, a couple states over to do it. You can do it. Get out of the rat race and get it. Just do it. Like, seriously.
This is why I sound muffled. Look, it's Jeff's beard on a microphone.
Yeah, I didn't move as far. I just moved from Texas out here, and that was still a real commitment, And I couldn't imagine you guys just picking up and moving completely across country, just blind on the property. I mean, I know you had a lot of faith in Mel and everything, but still, man, that's just a real commitment to just give it all up,
Yeah, we actually felt like we were called to move, and so it was kind of a blind move that we didn't know where we were going until pretty much just before we got here. But I quit my job and I sold my house and bought a crappy fifth wheel that's been nothing but problems.
Hey, it's
But,
livable. It's livable.
Just teaching me to work on more things. That's all it is.
I feel you,
I can
dude.
help other people.
Dude, we left our 2,400 square foot house into a 19-foot trailer with a kid. So with water leaks, you can ask Cindy Brown. I'm sure you're gonna know who she is especially when your channel starts. Okay, me and her were like, she knows about the hatred I have for water leaks in a trailer. And yeah, I don't know. It's a big leap.
Those campers, it doesn't matter if those campers are 2 years old, they leak. I mean, they all just.
Oh yeah.
I've been fighting with my water heater, and they put in new PEX line and stuff, but they didn't do a very good job at it. They didn't put shut off valves. So when my RV water heater went out, the only thing that happened was the pressure relief valve started to fail, so it would just leak constantly. And even though it's something that you could physically unscrew and replace, the way it's built into the housing, you can't unscrew it. So I had to get rid of it because we live in just a waste society these days where they just build things so you have to throw them away.
Yeah.
So I had to pull it out and get a new one. Well, the new water heater has water lines in different places, and trying to bend the PEX around the corners was putting too much stress on the plastic fittings. So I have to cut them off, make 90-degree elbows, and do a bunch of other little tiny stuff in a very tiny working space. That's been kind of hard, but
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I do.
Anthony, how long were you guys in y'all's camper out there?
We moved out of it barely 2 weeks ago. So it's been a year and like 9 months.
Oh yeah, wow.
Living in a 19-foot, like one room, not even a room, an open room, 1999 trailer.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's worth the sacrifice, isn't it? I spent my first year plus in a one room of a dilapidated mobile home, and
yeah.
Drew's cabin isn't that big. Nope. And yeah, a lot of people have raw land is cheaper. So
Go ahead.
Well, that's why, as you guys know, like with Thunderdome here, right? Like, man, Roxanne and myself, like it was like we are getting this place done so we have somewhere to be last winter, because I could not imagine stuck in that little tiny camper the entire winter last year. I couldn't do it. I think I'd go crazy. That was the biggest problem of it all. Not problem, the stress of it is like, oh, with Wyatt too, with our son, me, Roxanne, and Wyatt, in the little tiny space.
Yeah. That was the one thing for me, is that I just had to worry about myself, is a little easier that, the sacrifice was on me, I didn't have to but really, like you said, your whole family, your whole family has sacrificed for what y'all have, It makes it sweeter in the end, but those days are hard to get there, sometimes.
I'm a family of 6 with a Great Pyrenees and a very large Rottweiler, and we're all, we have a 34, 36 foot fifth wheel, and so that's nice. But we crammed, all of our stuff into it, and all your living space goes away.
Yep.
So,
I mean, moving from a big house even to something like that with 6 kids, like you said, or a family of 6, right?
Yeah.
That's a massive change. Massive. And the 2 big dogs, the Great Pyrenees, yeah, it's a big dog.
Yeah, our Rottweiler is actually bigger. Like, he's got a bigger neck, and he might even almost be taller than the Pyrenees, but the Pyrenees is tougher than he is. So it was funny. We didn't think that he would have it in him when he got here, because he was so soft-hearted when we were in Oregon, and everybody's like, no, the first time he sees a coyote, he'll turn it on. And he actually got attacked a couple times by the neighbors' dogs, and since then he takes them out now, so we have to keep him a little bit more leashed up than I would like, but we put him with the sheep, and coyotes aren't going to touch him.
Yeah. Come here, kitty cat. No.
Yeah. When I get a dog, it's going to be a Great Pyrenees.
He's a good dog. If anybody has a female Pyrenees, he's open for breeding stock if you need it.
That's a good dad right there.
So on this
Micah, you gotta go meet Sullivan with me.
Okay.
He's got Pyrenees.
Yeah, we're probably gonna, depending on what we do with our livestock, if we do goats and some other things, you might need more anyways. So if we can find somebody with a female that's not fixed, might be a good working relationship.
Roberta's Artistic Adventures in chat, she says, I wish I can get out now, Kendra. She's talking to Kendra, but she says, I am praying for God's leading to find the right place. I want to move to Arkansas in the Waldron / Boonville area. This is a great area, Roberta.
That's where we're at.
All I gotta say.
Roberta's been looking for a while.
Yeah, it's a great area, and yes, this area of Arkansas, we're considered, at least I am considered northwest, right? Are you guys considered northwest?
Central West.
Central West for you guys, right?
River Valley.
River Valley, yeah. This is the best area of Arkansas, in my personal opinion. And I've seen a lot of it just driving around before. Hot Springs is really nice too, but this over here is beautiful. I mean, you guys should see my mountain right now. It's a rainbow. It's insane right now. It's like a Bob Ross painting. This mountain over here.
Did you see those paintings?
Yeah.
I might want to get
the only one who's been here her whole life.
I know. Lindsay's like, eh. She's like, eh, that's no big deal.
I love it.
Would you rather live here or Utah?
Here.
Yeah. She had to think about it for a second, though.
Utah was really pretty.
Yeah. Utah is fantastic, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. That's where Roxanne's dad lives. He lives over by Park City, but I mean, you are paying, dude. You are paying.
Oh
Big
yeah,
time.
Eunice. There's a place for sale just down the road from me. It was way overpriced. I don't know what they dropped the price to.
50,000 now.
50,000. It's just over an acre with a small shed house on it. So, but if they can find somebody to pay it, it's not worth it. I
Really-
paid
Does it have
30.
septic and electric?
I would imagine, and it's fully
I mean, that's
furnished.
It has electric, and I think it has city water.
Yeah.
So that's worth something, but it's not worth 50 grand.
I shoot guns late at night sometimes. Just heads up.
Yeah, it does.
If you move in there, you're gonna hear some racket. Just let you know.
Huh.
My old beaters broke down the driveway. I might have to pull in sometimes and put coolant in there. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, and my golf cart might end up in your ditch also.
Deanna says, "Happy little trees." I love Bob Ross. I just found out he has like his own like channel on IPTV. He's talking to Deanna, and I love it, dude. I'll put it on all day. I love
Is
Bob
he
Ross.
still alive?
I thought it was
No,
dead
he-
too.
No, it's all reruns. It's all old school like 80s
Yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
but he's got like his own Bob Ross channel.
He's
Like
Is
all
Bob
day.
Ross himself still alive?
No, he's not alive. He's dead.
Okay, I didn't think so. That's why I was confused.
No. It's just reruns, right? But I mean, that's how much of an impact he's made, right? He's got his own channel of reruns,
Oh,
24/7 of Bob Ross. I mean, come on.
Have you seen the little Bob Ross Legos that they make?
Yeah,
Those are awesome.
I've seen those. I love it, dude. You know, like when you watch like his channel, if you watch Bob Ross, like for real, I remember in the 80s watching it right after Sesame Street, right? And Mr. Rogers back in the day. And it literally made you want to learn how to paint. Like I wanted to learn how to do that so bad as a kid. And as an adult, I look at it, I was like, well, I got some money. I can actually go like buy paint and paintbrushes and actually do it this time. And I just never had done it. I wish I would have.
Yeah, I can barely write my name, so I think I'm out of the whole painting thing. I don't.
That's me. I make my wife fill out all my legal documents because my handwriting looks like a toddler's.
Yeah, I write like a catfish. Or something.
But see, like he says, dude, it's just happy little trees. You just tap the brush, right? Like anybody can tap a brush. I mean, seriously, right? I think about it. Just tap it in, man. Just tappy tap. Just give it a tap. Oh, the 80s.
Yeah, people are wondering what's on our Thanksgiving menus.
Roxanne's not here, so I'm not going to say nothing because I'll probably get it wrong and then have to hear about it. And that's
You guys aren't having chicken?
Well, I can tell you my favorite things for Thanksgiving, if that's a good answer.
There we go. That'll work.
I love sweet potatoes, and if they don't have marshmallows on them, they're not as good, but they're still good either way. But I love like marshmallows just melted on top of sweet potatoes. That's what I look forward to. And then the rolls, obviously. I eat a bunch of rolls.
We had our first Thanksgiving today.
Yep, Thanksgiving today.
you had Thanksgiving today.
Yeah. I have a bunch of family that comes in for deer season.
Oh, okay,
They
all
come
right.
out of town, so we just do it over there.
So
How
this is the
cool.
start of deer season this week?
So
Week
this
two.
is the second week, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking the week before Thanksgiving, we should have a Friendsgiving where we all get together and process chicken.
That's this week.
That was what we did.
This is
I
the
know.
week.
We need to make it an annual thing.
Yeah.
See, if you get baby chicks in like March or April,
Yeah.
then November is, that's 7-8 months. Plenty of time for them to grow out. And
Get some turkeys for next year,
there you
Yeah.
go.
and we'll do
There you
turkeys. I've done turkeys before. They just take longer to kill.
Did you grow up doing this, or when did you start learning?
Like
Months ago.
a couple years ago, tops.
Okay.
I think 2020.
2020.
Yeah. When when we were sure the government wasn't going to help us with anything.
Yeah, when you're like, it's time to rely on myself because I can't leave the house. Right?
There we go. All right, we'll plan some turkeys for next year. And how long before Thanksgiving do you need to process those? Does it matter?
You could do it like we were talking about with the chickens. You just want them to have enough time to rest, like 24, 48 hours, but it can be longer than that. And then you just I don't even think you'd need to freeze it. You just put it get it processed and get it in the fridge with time to rest. So 4 days would probably be would be a perfect amount of time.
That's what I was going to say. So you have 2 days to brine it. Let it sit
so
in brine for like 2 days.
Rest and then brine it and then.
All right. Well, you're all invited here next year about the same time, and we'll plan Man, I'd like to do some turkeys. I'm gonna
get some turkeys, Jeff. It's coming. My mom's got 2, and I think she said one's a male and one's a female. So I'm gonna be grabbing some eggs from her. And speaking of eggs, we got to get on that incubator, man. You got to start showing me the ropes, bro.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
do.
seriously.
All mine are. I don't have any eggs in an incubator, and it's nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been shooting for that for a while.
Oh, I hatched out. I'd have to pull up my spreadsheet. But since I moved here in the end of June, I think I'm close to 800 baby chicks that I've hatched out.
Do you never let your birds hatch any of their own?
I don't let them, like, they'll go broody, and I'll put eggs that are like have been in an incubator for 18 days. I'll let them do like the last 3 days. But snakes, I've had too many problems with snakes coming in at night and ruining my planning. But my Morans go broody quite often, and I'll let them raise and hatch, but I don't leave them in there the full 21 days. But there's nothing wrong with that.
We had some heritage birds, and then some birds that were just good mother type hens, and so even when we were looking to downsize at one point, you turn your back on them, and the smart ones get away to lay their eggs somewhere because we like to let ours free range. And then all of a sudden we'd see a hen come out of the bushes with 15 babies.
That's awesome.
And so we were trying to, at one point last year, we were trying to downsize our bird flock, and out of nowhere we had 30 to 45 baby chickens from, the kids forgetting to pick up the eggs here and there. And then we don't know how long they've been incubated. And then if they're even incubated a little bit, we're just like, well, might as well let them keep them. And then all of a sudden we got 45 baby chickens that we have to do something with. I mean, whether we eat or get rid of, sell. But so we haven't had to deal with snakes yet though. So that's going to be a new learning curve.
Also, don't worry about the snakes. As long as you watch your feet, you're pretty much safe. A lot of people worry about that. If you go out at night, take a flashlight. Watch your feet when you walk, and you'll be fine. But as far as the animals, you'll have those stuff. But don't worry about just walking around and stuff.
And these were black rat snakes.
Yeah.
That's one thing is I gather my eggs every day. I do not leave eggs overnight in the nest boxes. And my coops are not snake proof. You can build a coop that is that's snake proof, so the snakes can't get in there. But
my coop's pretty snake proof.
Yep.
I actually, I haven't. We got here in October, and outside of driving on the highway and seeing one cross the highway, I haven't come across a single snake since I've been here.
You're lucky.
And we don't sit inside and watch TV all day, so we move around and we're doing things. And
if there's like a piece of metal and you flip it over, there'll probably be a snake under it.
I keep expecting to run into one because we're doing a lot of moving here and moving stuff around and reorganizing. And
what you'll find is you'll get scorpions. You start moving a bunch of stuff over, you'll stir up the scorpions. But Yeah, you won't have to worry about snakes till probably about April, March, April. But they're not too much of a problem. Just leave them alone, and they'll leave you alone for the most part.
Don't listen to Drew. Don't listen to Drew. Okay. I'll tell you this right now. I'm just kidding. Listen to Drew. He knows what he's talking about.
Do
we
any
have
of you guys have guineas?
no, but if we're talking about snakes still at all, I had a timber rattler come hauling butt over towards the kiddie pool where the kids were playing in the middle of the day, and Gary had to take the 38 on him, and copperheads everywhere. Like,
Guinea fowl are said to take care of snakes as well. Guinea fowl and peacocks, and so you just need to diversify your flocks a bit.
But see, ours don't free range at all over here. Yours free range? You're gonna have them free range? I can't do it because we have 6 dogs, and 3 of the dogs will kill them. At least 3 of our dogs will kill the chickens. You know?
Our dogs don't mess with the birds.
Yeah.
And then as far as the other predators, just having the Pyrenees lives pretty close to the chicken pen. He's with the sheep, but he lives with the chicken pen, so he barks at night. You know, all the other predators don't come in as much. But we'll see how it goes as the year progresses, and you know we get more time and whatnot.
Well, for the snakes, this past year there was 3 separate occasions, at least just where I'm walking, and literally as I'm walking, all of a sudden I see a snake, a copperhead, right next to my foot, and it scared the crap out of me. So I'm like, So when you're moving brush, raking leaves out in the woods, you do you, but I would carry some snake shot with you in a 38 or something. My personal opinion. But you do you. But I'm telling you.
Snake shot's hard to come by these days.
It is. But I mean, you get what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, because 3 times in 1 year, come on, Drew, that's a lot, dude. Right by my feet, bro.
As long as you watch your feet, like I said, as long as you watch your feet, you're good. I mean,
yeah,
hey,
I know.
Drew
But
had a mama bear and 2 cubs outside his front door.
yeah.
No thanks. No, I'm good.
Well, one night I always tell Lindsay when she comes to my house, I always tell her she's not allowed to go outside without a damn flashlight. And then she started to go outside and say, "You got a flashlight?" No. Grab a flashlight. And then one day she took about 3 steps. There's a copperhead right there in the middle of the path. I'm like, that's why we carry a flashlight. You know, as long as you watch your feet, you ain't gonna make a mistake, you know. But yeah, I also don't have, well, until Lindsay, I didn't have a bunch of kids running around and stuff like that to worry about. I just worry about myself, you know. With little ones running around and stuff, and you know, but
that's what worried me, dude. Like last spring, we found like a whole blackberry patch in the back by our pond, and
That's
the
where
kids,
like to go.
exactly right, and all the kids are like, "Oh, we found all these blackberries. Oh, we want to go pick them and make blackberry jam and blah blah blah." And Melanie and Gary, because they came from the desert, right? I'm from the desert too, but they lived out in like the desert, okay, and they had to deal with Mojave greens, and so they're used to these rattlesnakes everywhere. Anyway, long story short, the kids are out there playing, and so I go to see what they're doing, and they're, oh, look at the blackberry field, and sure enough, a copperhead like coils around my leg and like slithers over, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, all the kids are playing down here? This ain't happening no more. Like, it's one of those things. It's like, it freaks you out, dude. So like out here in the woods, like you say, right, you have to really watch where you're walking, but it's hard to watch your feet all the time. You don't really, you know.
You get those blackberry briars, it's kind of hard to run away.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, the briars out here, it's insane. Those vines, dude, forget it, dude. Forget it. That's like a Jumanji vine. You know,
those
crazy
power lines, they are all up and down those power lines for miles.
Yeah.
Down by my place, they're in the power line.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see hogs too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You
I've only
guys,
heard them.
they're a
Haven't
mess.
seen them yet.
There's our pasture land they tear up, and I've been waiting to see them. But
They get down by the river.
They will tear up anything that you let them. You know, they'll
Have you
root around. Especially if
Have you
you want
seen-
more.
I would say, have you seen turkeys yet
No.
out here? No.
Yes, I have.
Oh.
We have.
All right, my kids have.
The Roadrunners are cool. I love seeing those.
Over on County Line, I seen a flock of turkeys. I mean, might not have been a flock, but it was like 6 of them crossing the road all at the same time. You guys like, all right, man.
So we burn the woods around here, like usually twice a year or so. They'll just light up a whole patch of woods and just burn off everything. You know, they just burn off all the undergrowth. That way, if there ever is a fire that breaks out, it just doesn't take off and burn hundreds and hundreds of acres. So
That's a county?
Yeah, all of the counties pretty much do it. Yeah, you'll have controlled burns that come out and do it. You know, it might be the state.
Forest Service.
Forest Service. Oh yeah, Forest Service. Yeah. But yeah, they'll come and burn all that off, and I think it honestly hurts the chicken the turkey population, because they lay their eggs and stuff, and they. But anyway, yeah, I don't see a lot of turkeys, but they're out here.
I only seen them that one time, and that was on County Line, like County Line Road, right by my house. You know, I just seen them crossing. I was driving. I was like, oh crap. Bunch of turkeys right here.
The biggest bird.
Yeah, I was happy to see them. I was like, all right, because I've like in the back 40 on our property, I've heard them, and I've heard the hogs, but I haven't seen any here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even down like when we've like gone up on the ridge and stuff, I haven't seen anything at all. Not even running away, no hogs, no nothing. So it felt really good to see them that close to the house.
It was we had a bad hog problem at my old place, and the state came in with some private owners, and they trapped, I think it was close to 60 of them within a week. They had those corral things where you put the food in the middle, and then remote control, the gate would close but they got like 6 or 7 different batches of wild hogs. They'll build up population, and then the state will come out and try to get them under control. Give it a couple of years, they'll all be back though.
Yeah.
It's all right. More bacon for us.
Yeah, I've eaten wild hog. My neighbor at the old place, he drove by one day with 2 dead wild hogs in the back of his truck. And I called up Anthony. I'm like, hey,
I would say,
want a wild hog?
I would say, I think I still have a picture of it. You sent me a picture of it.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, what are you guys doing today? I'm like, kind of busy. He's like, and then you sent me a picture like, are you too busy to take these off my hands or something like that? It's like, man, I'm like knee deep in building a deck or something. I don't have no time for that right now.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry.
Jump on. But and that wasn't the first time it happened. I actually helped them skin 2 wild hogs earlier than that. But yeah, these people around here, they know.
Good stuff, man.
Chevy Cruze.
No.
Brett made it back. You're muted though, Brett. You got to unmute. Can I unmute you?
We hit a hog in Lindsay's car and busted the bumper all to hell.
Last Christmas.
Yeah, I've got it all taped up. I've been getting away with it. But tape's starting to come off and starting to look bad again. So I'm pretty much in for finding a new bumper, I think.
You just need to get one of those beefy metal truck bumpers and just make it work.
She needs a Suburban or a Blazer. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With a big old beefy.
Yeah, we put one on one of my trucks before we left Oregon. Like it was because our first trip up here, I'm like, I've never seen more roadkill, dead deer and stuff on the side of the road anywhere in my life.
Yeah, it must have been hot. Usually,
but so we got at least one of my 2 trucks got a big bumper put on it before we left. We call it the Deer Crusher 3000. But we haven't hit one yet.
Yeah. Yeah, they like to claim your car for sure.
I was living in Illinois. I hit 3 of them. Jeez. My parents hit one in Kansas.
On the way here?
Yeah.
We were booking it because we were running late. We tried to be here at 8:30, but we was running a little late. But a lot of people around here run dogs for hunting. They can hunt with dogs. So you can drop your dogs off on one highway, go down to the parallel highway, and wait for the dog to run the deer across. And everything's national forest around here, so you can pretty much hunt anywhere, So that's pretty much what they do, And so this time of year, there's a lot of deer running, and they'll cross the roads and stuff a lot.
I see deer almost every single day out here. Like literally almost every single day.
Yeah, every time I drive back and forth to the old place, I see deer.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Do they hang out up on the power lines like you have over there? Like, you know what I'm talking about, Jeff? Like the big power lines over here. I still have that tree stand, Drew, that you gave us.
Yeah.
And I was telling Gary, I said, man, we need to go put that up right in the power lines and just face it towards like the road, like level. Yeah. And just wait like 4 a.m. and just hang out, you know.
I got a bow too, so I think gun season's almost over, but you can shoot a bow too. All the way till the end of February, you can shoot a bow. So
Yeah.
You get froggy. Let me know.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Also, I didn't get tags this year, but last year it was 2 bucks and 5 doe. So I mean, you
Does
can
it change each year?
every couple of years. You know, they monitor the populations and then they adjust off of that. So it does change, but not every year. So.
But I'll tell you this right now, Micah, it is so much more cheaper out here, dude. Like for your hunting license and the tags,
Yeah.
it's insane.
I
cheaper
I bought mine here. It was $25 and it's the license and all your tags. In Oregon, it's $50 for your license and then another $30 or more dollars for your tags. And that's one tag. You get one tag, and if you're lucky, you can pull a second tag, and you get 2.
Yep.
And it's no does. You can only hunt bucks. Most of the time, it has to be bigger than a forked horn.
And your license here, it should cover if you want to do it trapping.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it should be your fishing license too if you went that route. Like it's all inclusive. It's like everything.
I think it's $35 for all of it.
Yeah, so you'll get trapping, you'll get your tags. You still have to get your duck stamps and like your turkey stamps, I think, right?
I think
you get 2 turkeys with your.
Yeah. You do get 2. You know, you're right. 2 with that, but your duck stamps, you get different stamps, but they're still super cheap anyway.
That's a federal law thing. I think that's a federal law thing. The duck stamp thing.
In Nevada, it was like $65 for your license. You were only allowed to hunt in certain areas, and like 90% of them was up north in by Reno. So I'd have to like drive 7 hours to go hunting, and you were only allowed 1 tag for like 1 elk. There was elk up there, and deer. But they had like rams. If you were lucky, you can get like a bighorn ram tag. Maybe you got like 1 every like 5 years.
That's awesome.
My brother got a lifetime license. It was like $1,000
for here.
Yeah. Well, he was a hunting guide in Colorado. Whenever he got out of high school, he went over there, and that's what my dad got him for graduation, was a lifetime hunting license.
They don't offer those all the time. I think
seniors can get them, and then I think maybe military can get them. I was just talking to
what?
Yeah, veterans get a deal.
A lifetime license.
I could be wrong on that.
Have disabled status.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm lucky that I never got hurt, but at the same time, it's like there's all this stuff that they're like, if you have at least 10% disability, you can get this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
And, I'm lucky to be unscathed, but
I was talking to Tim from Ridge Life, and he said in Tennessee, if you're a private landowner, then you just hunt. And
I wish I was like that here.
And he's like, but to buy a license is like $150 a season if you're not a landowner. So
I don't have a lot of national forest stuff here where everybody can
I would
hunt.
imagine, but you had to pay $150 for the license. But I think you could get an out-of-state license to hunt in Arkansas for less than $150. I mean,
you can.
I looked it up. It was actually pretty cheap. It's like 1 deer, maybe 2, but still, you go to from Oregon. If you went to Idaho, you pay like $350 for an out-of-state license, and then you have to pay for your tags.
Yeah.
And you can pay up to $500 to get 1 animal.
Yeah.
And how much meat is on 1 deer?
If it was 500, it depends, but I don't think that'd be worth it.
No,
it's those. That's more for the experience of
Yeah.
You're not doing it to eat. That's for sure. It's recreation.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to accept it as don't fool yourself. At least over there, that you're not doing it to eat. You're doing it for recreation.
You're paying for it, yeah. Which is
I wish they would change it to where you can like hunt on your own land. I can understand maybe paying for a tag, but like not getting a license because it's my land. I should be able to hunt on my land if an animal's on my land.
You've
You
got
guys
a
agree?
guard now. If that deer is headed to those cabbage, I'm just saying.
I was fearing for my life from that turkey.
Just
He was
you're a
looking at me
vegan,
funny.
You're a vegan.
I know, right?
And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
eat for food with those animals,
Yeah.
so it's them or you.
Yeah. They were taking my livelihood. They were going for the cabbage, like Jeff says, right? It's like... No, that I honestly, when I moved here, I thought that's how Arkansas was. If you owned property, it was just, hey, it's your property. You can hunt and do whatever you want on it, but you can't.
Yeah, you have to get a fishing license to leave.
Dude, I'm supposed to get a fishing license if I fish in my pond.
Yeah.
What?
My own pond.
With fish you bought and stocked in it?
Yeah, right, exactly, right. I didn't do that. It was already here, but yes, like my son can go fishing in it and catch the rock bass and the bluegill and all that stuff and the crappie, but not me. I need to pay for my own pond.
So there's no rules or no regulations for kids under a certain age?
It's under 16 for fishing.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice.
To be fair, the state of Arkansas does put a lot of money into conservation, and all of that money goes back into the, and I'm all about small government, but they do, and I talk to the old folks around here. They say when they were growing up as kids, you didn't see deer. Like, it was very uncommon to see a deer because, straight out of the Great Depression and all that, it just absolutely walloped the whole population. And, they're doing a really good job keeping our woods healthy, I think, so.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
At least it's going to a good spot. So
yeah, I really like the controlled burns they do.
You make me feel bad now because when I bought my license, it says Roundup for conservation, and I didn't click the button.
No, yeah.
I'm more saying, Drew, like on your own property, like like if I see a deer over by the pond, I should be able to hunt that deer if I want to, if it's on my property.
I agree.
Without having a license. Now, if I need to go anywhere else, federal land, I know, but dude, the game wardens out here, they got more pull than anybody.
Yeah, and you never know. They put trackers on.
I ain't trying to play that game, dude. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Ain't
No,
trying to
don't
play
risk
that
it,
game.
folks. It ain't worth it.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like in the chat, I'm not saying that. Don't do that.
Do it.
They put like
Don't do that.
out, and if you shoot them, then
Yeah, we got robot deers. They'll
Yeah.
put up, if someone's like complaining that people are hunting it, like spotlighting in their fields and stuff, they'll bring a robot deer out, put it by the road, and I've heard them planting it in the O'Reilly's parking lot, so I know they do it. It's
Not worth it.
They take it seriously. They'll take your car, they'll take your guns, they'll take your lifetime license.
Dude, I know somebody that went to jail for 30 days and was on probation for 2 years for shooting a buck.
I believe it.
And because they weren't supposed to. They had a tag. Didn't matter. They had a tag and it wasn't for the right deer and blah 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 blah. I'm not going to get into it, but yep. So don't be playing with that stuff, man. I just wish on your own property it was a little different. Is all I'm saying.
For sure.
That's all.
I got a game warden story if we have time. When I was younger, somebody thought that we were shooting at night, which we were running spotlights, but we didn't shoot anything. And anyway, the game warden showed up at the house, at my brother's house. I was 16, and the dog was barking. I opened the door, and it was blue and red lights. I just assumed it was a cop. I didn't know. And I opened the door, and he was walking up to the porch, and it was the game warden. I told my brother's in the shower. I said, the cops are here. And he got out of the shower. He's in a towel. He comes to the door, and the game warden's standing there. And he said, I need to talk to you. And he said, okay, let me get dressed, and then I'll come back. And he said, no, I'm coming with you. And the game warden went in the house with my brother and went and stood in the bedroom with him while he got dressed. and that's how serious they take this stuff. So he was cool, he looked away and all that, but he didn't let him chance to hide anything because they thought we were up to something, and they have the right without a warrant to do that. So yeah, it's crazy, but they take it real seriously.
Oh yeah. That's all right. Like you said though, Drew, it conserves the game population, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to the buffalo, is all I gotta say, way back in the day, right? Kind of a thing. You don't want that to happen again, kind of a thing. So it's all good.
Somebody was up to something.
Dogman says he looked it up, and you can fish on private property in Arkansas.
I don't know. I was told different, Dogman. I was told
I would
different.
think
I
if
heard
you had
that.
a private pond, you could go out and fish your pond.
I would like to.
I was told different depending on your age. I'm serious. And
What if
multiple people told me that.
What if you stocked
We have
your
somebody
pond?
we can ask.
You probably, if you stock your pond, you probably need like a hatchery license or something. Some weird.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like something like that.
Because
Like, I don't know.
the feed store on what is it 252 or 272? The feed store.
Can't
Right
look.
out-
Catlet.
There's a guy that comes in once a month with fish, and I was looking at buying some off of him to stock 2 of our ponds just so my kids could fish. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're legal anyways, I guess. But still, it was just like you're paying fish and stocking your own ponds.
So that'd be who to ask. Catlets there in
Well,
Walbridge. He knows. What
Like I said, so when I researched it, and from people I've talked to around here where I'm at, they all said the same thing: is doesn't matter where you're fishing because it's a population thing, right? Like I could have a pond, but let's say that pond is fed from this creek, that's from a reservoir. Let's make something up. So they want to know the population of the fish. And this is what I was told, and that's why you need a license for it. You can pull 500 fish out of it. You just need to pay the license. So that's
fishing
what I was.
licenses are like what,
Like
$15?
10, 15.
Yeah, it's
It's
cheap. It's the principle is all I'm getting at.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if it's mine, why do I have to pay? I already paid for it. I bought the land. I already paid.
I wouldn't either.
That's all.
Careful, they're gonna make you get a license to hunt your own chickens soon. So don't give them any more ideas.
Man, I hope
There won't be hunting any chickens. It'll be, well, I got rid of a few. Well, how'd you get rid of them? They disappeared.
Raccoons.
Raccoons got them. The
In
dogs attacked.
in Oregon, they
Yeah.
were actually pushing a law at the state level to make it illegal to harvest an animal that doesn't die naturally. It didn't go through, but they were trying, and
Yeah.
it was on one of the measures. I mean, it was just
So stupid.
die of old age or disease, because you want to eat an animal that's died of disease.
Yeah.
Or old age.
Unless you're a chicken factory that happens to be there. Then you're exempt.
Yeah, big business is exempt.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Jeff has refrained from talking about the government for the last.
Oh no!
We should probably
Don't rattle his
we should
cage.
probably-
Everything I'm doing would be illegal in Illinois, where I grew up. Except
Hey, you can't even do freshwater rain catchment in certain states. I won't even say what
Yeah.
states.
Yeah.
Right? But that's illegal to catch rainwater.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot the government owns the rain.
They do control it. Oh, sorry.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I'm
I'm trying to get Jeff going. I'm trying to get Jeff going.
Sure.
It won't
Just
take
like-
much.
Just like I hate my friends, I hate you.
Might have to just call it before anyone else gets going now.
Right. I had a blast talking with all you guys for sure.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Debra, half of a tiny farm. This isn't any politics. Come on, man. Come on, Brett. Ain't no politics.
I'm so tickled to have well water again. Man. Being off of the city spigot.
Oh yeah. Roberta's
Yeah,
like, see what you started, Drew?
What was it?
Roberta's Artistic Adventures. I'll see what you started, Drew.
Yep.
Drew's the fire starter around all the time.
No, check me out on Rumble. I might talk politics there someday.
Hey, thinking of that, I gotta call you and ask you some questions, Jeff, about that. Random like how to questions on that one.
Yeah, whatever I can do to help, I will.
So
should we end it now? You got 15 more minutes in you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good for whatever if you guys are in.
I say we should have the chat ask us some questions. We're going back to YouTube real quick so I can see it live.
Yeah,
It's
and I'm not answering that question, dog man.
Yeah, if
It's
you
a
guys
little
want
delayed.
spam questions in like all caps or something, so we'll know.
We should say like if any of you guys in the chat have a question for anybody, put that @ symbol and then type the channel name so we can see it easier. Usually it comes up in orange.
Yeah, we've got Anthony, Country Road Cure. They've been in Arkansas for a year and a half.
Almost 2 years. Almost 2
2 years. Yeah. Micah has been here since October. Tiny Farm Nuggets, you've been here 3 years?
Yeah, 3.
3.5 years. Drew's been here.
I'm just over 4, about 4 and 3 months.
Wow. And I've been here just over 5 years.
We're all a bunch of noobs, man. Except for Lindsay, we're all a bunch of transplants over here.
Yep. Jeff, how many chickens do you want to end up managing?
Thousands. Honestly, I would love to build a hatchery. And by managing, yeah, that would be managing, not doing the day-to-day work for. But yeah, I'd love to have satellite farms that I'm managing also, like talk Brett and Debra into breeding one breed for me. But I'm going to need a lot more land before I get to that point. But I've got a good start.
Jeff, you have one satellite operation going on right now, and that's my house. All right, because
Yeah.
you're over here looking at all the chickens every time you come over here, bro, and you're knowing that they're yours, kind of
He
a
wants
thing, right?
50,000 times more that.
Deanna Marie asks Micah, how many children do you have?
I have 4 kids. I have had 4 kids in about 5 years. Or I had 4 kids before my oldest turned 6. So it's 11, 9, 8, 6.
Ooh, you got a good spread, bro. That's a good
18
spread.
months.
No, that's
Here
good.
we go. What's the best way to start a YouTube channel? What advice would we give Micah if he was starting I think what you said earlier is having a few videos ready to go when you start the channel.
Yeah.
Because when I send you some a shout out, they need something to watch so you can.
Yeah, that's why I don't want any of that before. I don't want to mess it up or something. So we'll get some content going.
My advice to you too, Mike, on that, I would have five videos ready to go.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion. You can look it up.
How long would you make those?
However long it's your channel. Make them 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. It's up to you. Whatever you. And the key, and remember this, dude, and I'm saying this in chat, and this is what I do. I'm telling you right now. It doesn't matter about anything else besides if you feel you made a good video. That's all that matters. If you made a good video and you're happy with that video, then it's a good video. But I would start off the gate from the beginning with 5.
Yeah.
That way people have more than one thing to watch, kind of just like Jeff said.
Yeah. I got to get my freeze dryer again. I had a freeze dryer in Oregon, and we did freeze drying too. And that was good stuff, and it makes for good content too.
Well, on the YouTube game, you have tons of people that if you ever have any questions with any of that stuff, that we can answer that. Been doing it for a while. So, and my sister, you never met my sister and her husband, and they're Simple Life Reclaimed, and they're probably like, well, not probably, they're the biggest channel over here. So, they got a lot of good information too. So you have a good network, bro. You have already you'll be monetized in a week.
It's the watch hours that can.
No, it'll be
one trick with the watch hours is do an hour-long live show.
Well,
with,
that's why the 5
other-
videos, right, Jeff? If you come out with 5 videos and every video is 15 minutes, I'm telling you, I've researched
an hour.
I'm telling you.
So you need 4,000 views. Yeah.
Any questions? Just ask Micah. All of us can help you guys. Because all the people in the chat too, they're like, "Oh, I want to watch Micah's channel. What's his channel name? Come on, Micah, where's your channel? What's up? Where's this channel at? Where can I subscribe?
Why can I not find it yet?
Yeah, what's up? Where's my video at?" It's true, bro. I'm telling you, man. YouTube is really fun. It could be stressful sometimes, as you guys all know. Everybody here does it. But it's very rewarding at the same time. You know, and just remember, don't ever feed the trolls and just make good videos, man.
That's a good idea because shorts is a recent thing. Roberta said Micah could start with shorts.
You can. I've been
What when you say shorts, like I see little short, like what do you mean when you say shorts, like short videos? What do you mean?
YouTube has a
less than a
special
minute.
category. Yeah, they have to be less than a minute.
It's
They have to
just
be
new.
shot vertical style on a phone. You don't shoot them like that. You got to shoot them like that because they're played on phones. They have to be less than a minute. And
But like, what kind of outside of like the nonsense content? What kind of content would you guys shoot as a short?
see, that's what I don't know. I just
Like,
I shoot my cat.
I'm not into the nonsense type stuff.
Exactly. I don't watch shorts because it's okay. This one's
Yeah, I
cool,
don't
but the next 20 are wasting my time. So
Well, I did watch your shower short.
I'm not a
there,
good.
Come on, it ain't wasting time.
It bleeds your brain dry, is what it does. Thank you guys
Yeah, attention span
for all
stuff.
that, for all the pointers and stuff.
You're
And
trying to make
Well,
it where you
Here,
don't
here,
have
like
attention span.
here's like a quick one. Like, look, here's one I uploaded today. So basically, I'll go back and show the highlights of a video, right? But like, here, I'm gonna turn it down though, so you guys can't hear it because it'll blow the mic up. But like, here's like what I did today, and this is just pertains to what I do, right? Like, right. So here's like a little short. This was the last video, right? And it just brings everything really quick. So somebody wants to be like, "Oh, what's that about?" Oh, Jeff's showing it too. There you go. So you can see, right? You just do the highlights. There you are, right there, holding the chicken, right? And so people are like, "Oh, what's this video about?" And there's no talking in it. It's just music in the background, and it gets them interested. So you can be like freeze drying, whatever, right? Like I just saying freeze dry because you just said that. But you put the highlights of it, make it less than a minute, and it makes people interested in wanting to see your whole video. So if you have a video about freeze drying or making beef jerky, right? Show the quick highlights in less than a minute, and you guys talking, having a great time, maybe taking a bite at the end. Boom. Oh man, I want to see the whole video. And I do it all the time with shorts. I'll watch shorts and be like, dude, that looks really cool. And they say like links in the description. So I'll go to that guy's page and watch that whole video just because I've seen the highlights and I want to see where everything plays into it. And it works out really good. You can do a short on anything. You can do a short on walking your dog.
Shower dance.
Like there's Jeff right there getting down. There's a short.
Stop.
And it may sound like I don't know why anybody would want to watch a short, right, Micah? Like, but you'll understand it, I think, more when you get into the YouTube game kind of thing.
Good.
Oh, that's funny.
Look at that. Yeah, see?
I never was a dancer.
Jeff's a dancer. Look at him flossing over there.
Be careful doing that.
Look at
I had a
that.
friend
Look
blow
at
his
that.
knee out doing that.
Dude, I know. All right.
That sideways knee movement, and he just went down like a stack of
Throw out a
cards.
hip, man.
And big dreams, big dreams, tiny budget. She says, but we already watched your whole videos at Country Road Cure. I know, but you know what? Those shorts I put out, guys, it's for the people that might have missed it. So that's why I put the links in the bottom. So like, oh crap, I missed that video. Oh, I see it right here in the short. Let me go click it. It helps
man,
out.
you definitely got a twerk on you, man. Got that twerk down.
It was up and down that side. Don't get me
Sharon, thanks for the advice on that. Not always constant talking, and humility is best.
And Virginia Neely, that's not how, the way I find YouTube channels. I'm sure that might not be the way you find it, but there are a lot of people that find different channels in a niche they're watching because of shorts. It's just, it really does help. It's kind of like a trailer for a movie, right? You never heard of a movie until you've seen a trailer on TV, and you're like, oh man, that movie looks really cool.
True.
Think of like a short as like a trailer. It sucks the person in. They want to go watch the other video if your short's good and if your video's good. And that goes back to make good videos. That's all. Whatever good is to you, that's good enough. That's it. It's your channel. If you think it's
Micah,
good.
if you're going for a camera, I would say go for a GoPro, like GoPro 9.
Yeah, we were just looking today at some of the GoPros, like Anthony's that has a little screen on the front, so you can still see yourself when recording. And so I'll probably end up ordering one tomorrow. And
GoPro 9.
I don't know. I have the 10. The 10, the battery life is, I know what you're saying on that. They're both really good. 9's really, really good. 10's really, really good. If you get a good price on both, not like he's saying, maybe go for the 9.
Yeah.
I have the 10.
The 10, like Dogman let me borrow his 10 because I broke my 9. And it kept getting hot, and I had never had a GoPro ever get hot. And then like I was trying to film the homecoming parade, and the thing got hot and wouldn't let me film for like 35 minutes. It would not.
It's so weird because like Melanie, she said the same thing about hers, right? Mine has only overheated inside our house during the summer when we were building inside there. That's literally the only time. But I know what you're saying because Melanie's she'd be outside and it overheat.
Does the 9 and 10
Mine never did that.
Does the 9 and 10 have that the stabilization on both?
They all do.
Yeah.
I was watching on some, and they were showing the side by side comparison, and it's a crazy difference.
For the 10, the 10's going to have better stabilization and a higher resolution. It is.
Yeah.
Like
when they make an 11 now, does anybody have the 11?
Nobody's got it yet.
No. I don't have it yet. Go buy an 11. Go buy an 11 and let us know how it works.
I'll get an 11 and I'll do a video.
There you go. And then we'll all switch over to the 11s, right? And we'll be like,
if you get one, you can come to one of my videos in the description and click on my Amazon influencer link, and I get paid.
Same price for you though.
But it looks like the GoPro 9 is $300 right now. The media mod is pretty cool too.
Yeah,
but I just got my 9 a couple months ago.
One of the ones I was looking at on Amazon, it came with a little bit more, and it was a full pack with a chest rig, a head rig. The one you hold, it's got tripods. It had extra batteries. It had a bunch of the stick-on mounts.
Yeah, those were good value.
It seemed for a small portion more. It just had all of.
Yeah, you can still go through my link to buy it.
I bought one of those, Micah. I bought one of those whole packs, and they're nice to have. The chest and the head mount, I'll tell you right now, is really good when you're like busy working and you still want to film and not have to hold a camera. And I've done lots of videos with that stuff in it, and like you wouldn't be disappointed. Is what I'm saying.
I'll get something like that. Cricket phone.
I'll get one with the image stabilization that has the gyro on it, and I got 4 kids for that, so I'll just put one in one of their hands.
There you go.
You get the gyro that tracks you.
Oh yeah.
Do you know
Yes.
if the 11 has the same batteries as the 9 and 10? It does, right?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. $744. What is that?
That's
Right
the
to
whole
go up.
kit though, with batteries.
No, I was
It's
looking
got
at
3
the other kit,
batteries, the medium mod.
Oh, okay.
the 529 kit right there is what I was looking at. It looks like it had
Right there. That's not bad.
quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
You won't use most of it, but it's nice to just have if you ever need it.
Yeah.
You never know when you need those clips and stuff like
What is
that.
this? What is this yellow thing though? Click on it and go to the yellow thing. I
Floaty.
couldn't-
That's a floater. I already know what that is. That's for if you're in the
I've got
water.
one.
If you're in the water and you drop the camera, like if you're filming, because they go underwater, right? So
Yeah.
if you're filming and you let go of the camera, that thing's got an air pocket in it. It'll float the camera up to the top,
Okay.
so you don't.
Or
lose
you
it.
could just,
Let it float.
in a swimming pool, you could just let it float and go underwater and do whatever.
I will say this though. I will say this, Micah. Like if you're gonna do like the handheld for the vlogging, go straight up GoPro accessories for like your main handle, like your main handle for the camera.
Jeff
That's my
has a really
personal
nice
opinion.
And that's
And
not the same one in the link there.
No, it's not. But and yes, Jeff has a really nice one. See Jeff's right here on his video.
Make
His-
sure,
His-
It's on my page too.
But his isn't main GoPro. But like, I wish I had mine here. I don't have it right here. But
I saw you carrying it around, and I was on GoPro's website, and I saw the same one that you were carrying around.
like
Yeah,
the
here
black
it
and
is.
orange one.
Yeah.
New rig, it'll,
I'll be buying it.
it goes all the way down, and then it goes up pretty tall too, and then the bottom spreads out, and it's a pretty sturdy base. Most of them don't have a sturdy base, but this one,
No, and I can attest to that
Oh,
in real life, Jeff. Like yours is legit, dude. Like that one right there is the bomb, dude.
yeah, I
Like
like it.
seriously.
And
I
my
did my
GoPro one,
research.
that's
I
cool.
actually have a GoPro one, but when you lift it up, you have to twist to lock it in place. So you can only go either fully extended or
And it's,
not extended.
Don't
But
be
Jeff's,
sexy,
it's like
everything.
you can go at every single step. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy that same one.
But you guys know the normal one I'm talking about, like that I hold, right, Drew?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the orange and black one. That one's like
What?
cushiony and it's like comfortable. So if you're vlogging a lot and holding the
but
camera,
This
it's
one is
really
a little
nice.
heavy.
Yeah.
Not too bad though.
You okay?
It's just a money pit, dude. Is really
Yeah.
what it is. No, I'm just playing.
It's not supposed to be a money pit. I want to spend more money.
You can come listen to it.
Now next
No.
we'll talk about editing software.
No.
GoPros are awesome because they're like such a small camera and you get such good resolution.
Yeah.
The best time warps, the best time lapses. You can do night lapses, so you can capture like the Milky Way with it. Like it's the best camera for the buck, dude. Like by far, dude. No buying any lenses or nothing. They are phenomenal, and the stabilization, like you were asking about, is like the best in the business as far as I'm concerned. Like by far. So it's really good. I love it. But Jeff, I'm gonna be getting off soon, dude. It's getting
Yeah,
late, bro.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
It's getting
I'm
late.
tired. I got to
Well,
get up
thank
and
you
go buy
so
a wood
much.
stove in the morning.
I can stay forever. Bye.
Any last minute questions inside the chat? Now would be the time to ask, guys. If you, any last minute
Is
questions?
it a tax write-off? You cannot write off anything on Social Security taxes. There are 0 write-offs for 13% Social Security taxes.
And
0.
Eunice,
None.
and Eunice,
Still.
for me,
And
it would be
pay
a
on
tax
every
write-off.
dollar you make the entire year. No,
It would be a tax write-off for me, but I'm not
if
on
you
Social
got
Security.
actual income, you can write it off actual income. But
Y'all done it now.
don't get me started. Stealing from the poor to give to people who, don't get me going.
All right, guys, we should call it. I'm burnt.
Yep.
All right.
Thank
live,
you so
guys.
much, Micah. It's great. Hopefully, we can meet up and do some more fun things that are more fun than chickens.
Hey, Micah, who's got your number over here? Like, does Jeff?
I'll get it to you. I can get it to you, Anthony.
All right, you don't mind, Micah?
Yeah, we'll send them around.
All right, cool. So we
All right. If ever I can be of help, let us know.
Thank all you guys for being here in the chat and hanging out with us.
Yeah, it's been a long live, 2 hours, man. That's a good live.
Good time.
Thank you guys for all your support. Hopefully, we'll be out there shortly.
Micah the Hebrew, man, it's coming, man. You better be subscribing, clicking that like button, that bell, everything, man.
Yeah,
We'll get you there.
Oh,
Good night,
all
Molly.
right, you guys.
Good night.
All right, guys. You have a good night. I'll see you guys later. Bye.